is your first time with us, we do have a ton of resources that are free. That's my middle name, free. I love stuff that's free. Well, that's what we have here. I'm going to share my screen, show you a couple things that we have that you are welcome, and we would love for you to participate in and take a piece of. One of those is we have an Instagram page. We'll get the links put in the chat for it here, but you can look it up under Why Grow Global, and make sure you join our Instagram page. We do some really cool stuff. We tell what we're going to be talking about on the Monday Masterminds, but also we give people their props. We give them their flowers when they're doing well, when they have cool things that are going on in their life. We'll do that for you, and then you can take that and share it on your social media, right? It's not so much fun talking good about yourself, but if somebody else talks good about you, then that's cool, right? You can share that. We also have a Facebook page, is great, 318 members and growing. If you don't know how to find it, whoever invited you on here, have them invite you, and we'll get you in. Look, we're from all different brokerages, all different experience levels. We call ourselves Grow Global because we're growing your business, growing your network, and growing your life. And we want to help you sell more real estate in less time for more money so you can have more fun. That's the name of the game in life. Now, we know Mondays at noon Eastern Standard Time. Sometimes Mondays are crazy. My wife's at a closing right now, even though I'm logged in under her name, apparently, Stacy Lambright. So, we record it. So check this out. If you go to our YouTube channel, our Grow Global Mastermind Academy, we have 120 videos. 120. I had to mute for a second because I just sneezed. I didn't want to sneeze in everybody's ears. So it must be the spring pollen or something going on. Anyways,
right.
Grow Global Mastermind Academy. All these videos in here, you can subscribe to our group, and then inside it, you can search for something like, hey, if you want to learn about open houses, we've got 3-4 different videos on how to do open houses. And these are from realtors that are not just trainers, they're actually doing it. The thing I love about our group is that these are people who are in the trenches doing the things that you're looking to do, and you can find that here. And they're from all different parts of the country. So you can just basically copy and paste it right into your business. It's great. Of course, we have a website, and on the website, all kinds of resources across the top. One of the things that you want to pay attention to is the events tab. And the events tab talks about what we're going to be talking about. And that's what we're going to talk about today. And then we're going to get going. Today, we're doing an open forum. They have been really popular. One of the reasons is because instead of somebody just talking at you, we're going to be talking with you, but we want you to speak up. We want to hear what you have to say. And here's what our virtual assistants are doing, our VAs are doing for us, is they're taking this content that we're creating and they're chopping it up into shorts. And so if you got something that you go on about for a minute or two that's really good information, they're going to chop it into a short and share it. And then you can take it and share it and be the local expert where you're from. And it's nice third-party validation for you in documentation. So speak up. If you're sitting there and you're nervous, like, oh, I don't know if I have anything to add, the answer is yes, you do have something to add. You're somebody who's different, thinks differently, in a different marketplace at a different time. So it's going to be value that you're going to bring. The more people participate, the more value there is. And none of you want to just sit here and listen to me talk the entire time. And that's what happens if you don't participate. So let's get you in there on it. So with that, we're going to stop our share. Whoops. I should have told exactly what we were talking about today. 1 second. I'm going to go back and show that one last time. Here's what we're talking about today. We're going to be talking about the best apps and tools that real estate agents really need. Now, these can be anything from physical tools that you carry to online tools to, of course, the new latest and greatest everybody's talking about is going to be the AI stuff. So from AI-driven solutions to custom app ideas, we're going to collaborate and uncover what agents truly want and need to stay ahead in today's market. So we're looking forward to this. It's going to be a lot of crazy things on it. So the best way to speak is you can either raise your hand with the little app and we'll call on you, or if you unmute, you'll pop up there to the top and I'll be able to call on you. So if you accidentally hit the unmute button, guess what? You're talking. So there we go. So we'll start off first of all here. Kim Campbell, did you want to go first? I see you unmuted.
No, I'm good. I'm just haven't unmuted myself.
Right.
All right, good. So we'll go with Rob. Rob, go ahead. Yeah. You can fire us up. Start off.
Absolutely. Well, one of the ideas to this call is to find out what y'all are using in the AI world. But another thing happened. EXP, our company that we're with, just had their national convention down in Miami, and almost half of it was about how AI is changing the industry. I mean, EXP was already high tech in the first place, but it's about how AI is changing the industry. And the founder, Glenn Sanford, did something that really blew my mind. He got in front of the room on a breakout session, and he says, all right, I'm going to show you how powerful the apps can be and how you can participate in this. So he says, I want somebody in the audience to give me a problem that they would like to have fixed with AI in the real estate industry. So somebody piped up from the room and said, hey, I would love to have an app that when we get a home inspection, we can upload the home inspection to the app, and it will analyze the items that the home inspector found and come up with the estimated cost of what it would be to fix that item in the local area market, or what it would cost in the local market. And so he got on Lovable and he started giving it prompts and saying, okay, let's try this. It didn't work. Okay, fix it. Okay, let's try this. It didn't work. Let's fix it. And he went through about 5 or 6 different iterations of it. And finally, the app worked from front of the room. People from the room were emailing him inspection reports. He was uploading the inspection reports. It was analyzing the inspection reports, and it was showing them what the estimated cost of each item in that inspection report that the inspector found. I'm thinking that was an amazing find. I mean, a lot of the people in the room said, hey, can I have the link to that, right? So what I want to do for our Grow Global group is just one of the things we're going to talk about today, but what I want to do, and maybe some of you guys can have some ideas that you can give to us, I want to create a resource tab with our Grow Global group of unique apps that our agents that are in our channel want to use or want to see or want to solve. I'll have me and my staff will go build these apps, and we'll put them in that app resource so that you can go and use those anytime you want to and have free access to them. So, I mean, I had somebody the other day said, I would love to have an app. Actually, I'm going to rebuild the one for the inspector. I thought that was brilliant. We're going to have that app in there. One of my friends the other day in real estate said, I would love to have an app that when I have an address and I've got a client that's about to buy a house, I can put the address in and have it find all of the services and support and information around that address, like YMCAs, grocery stores, shopping centers, doctor's offices. Have a list of everything that's in a certain distance around that house. So you can actually pull that report and give it to your client and say, hey, this is what's around here, right? Also, somebody mentioned, hey, how about the other way? How about if I want to be near a certain fitness center, let's say Lifetime Fitness Center in Johns Creek, Georgia, I want to be able to put Lifetime Fitness Center in Johns Creek, Georgia, and have it pull up all of the neighborhoods in the local area around that. So let's say somebody wants to be near their work. You can put in their work address, and it finds all the neighborhoods within a certain distance of that address, and what's available, what's on the market, all that kind of stuff, what the average prices are. So having certain types of tools and resources. So I want to hear from you guys as we're talking through today and talking about apps. I know Jim has an amazing one in what he's doing with his technology and how he's just shifting through AI, what he's doing. I want to hear his story too. But I want to hear, as we're talking through this, if you guys, I want to hear ideas on what you guys would like to have solved with an app, right? What you would like to have fixed with an app, or what you would like to, a service you would like to perform, or something you would like to have created, and we can create this app for you and put it in our resource library. Does that make any sense?
Makes a ton of sense, Rob. And so one thing I'll point out is that what I'm getting ready to tell you guys, I did not come up with. I got through college and through high school by finding really smart people and learning from them, also known as cheating, copying and pasting. So that's how I got through. But so Glenn Sanford was on stage in South Beach, Miami with a man named John Lee. Has anybody ever heard of John Lee before? Raise your hand if you've heard of John Lee. He charges about 12 grand for his courses, right? And so he has a smaller condensed 3-day course, $3,000 course for business and social media AI. And I took it this weekend, and our founder actually gave it to us. If you were at the convention, you got it for free. So I was in there with people that paid $3,000. I'm in this class. So anyways, long story short here, you see this thing on my, I don't know if you guys can see this thing on my collar. This is called a pendant, Pendant. And what it is it's a 24/7 audio recorder. Yes, you can turn it off if you want, but it goes to an app called Limitless. Don't buy it yet. I'm going to tell you where to save $100 on it. And I don't make any money off this. I'm getting ready to save everybody $100 if you go to get it, because I screwed up and jumped the gun and didn't get it. If you go through the Limitless app and you sign up for the service, you can get the pendant included. So there you go, $100. I went to Amazon and paid the $100 ahead of time, and then I still had to buy the service with Limitless. So there you go. I saved all of you $100. High five for me to you guys. There you go. So what it does is it records, like this conversation I'm having with you right now in this mastermind. It's going to transcribe it, and then it uploads it to your AI. What all of us need to do is create an online version of ourselves. You want to get your time back? You're going to create a robot version of you, for lack of a better term, right? It's the AI version of you. And the technology that's out there right now is they're going to clone your voice. It's already there. You go in, you read a paragraph, and it clones your voice, and it answers everything in your voice as you would answer it. But how do you get the AI to sound like you and not like ChatGPT or Perplexity? You have to upload your own large language model, right? Where they're getting this data from is just transcripts, and it's large language models from everywhere else. They're pulling it off the net. But you want your people to be you. They're hiring you, Keith Jackson. They're hiring you, Jordan Ray. They're hiring you, Pat Hurd. They're hiring you, Andy Saccone and Christina Murphy, right? Laura. So you want to train your AI to be you, but how do you do it? You have to upload your own large language model. So it needs to hear you in those day-to-day conversations on how you communicate with your sellers, with your buyers. And so you have this thing recording, and then it transcribes it and uploads it for you. And so you're training the AI to literally be you when you're not there. And then what's going to happen is you can have your people want to talk to you at 3 a.m. They can talk to the AI version of you. And then if they need more help, they can just have the AI get on your Calendly and schedule an appointment with you the next day at 9 a.m. or whenever you start work. How cool is that? You now have you online 24/7, 365 days. There's never any more a complaint that they can't get a hold of you or they can't get a question answered to you. Because let's face it, when you've been doing this long enough, there's only about 15 questions in real estate that you get asked that need help. And you have a certain way that you answer it that deals with your business. And that right there was a game stopper for me. That was on day one in the first hour of these 15 hours of classes I took over the last 3 days. And
I think we lost you.
That's my
Either
tip
that
for
or
the
I've
day.
lost
Right?
you.
I got you. You going, Jordan? You want to talk, Jordan? You're up.
I think he couldn't hear you for a minute, but he got you back. Oh, yeah, well, you're muted. You're muted.
There you go. Am I back on?
Yes, you are.
All right, good deal, good deal. So we had some comments in the chats here. Well, first of all, we have a lot of people utilizing AI taking notes. How cool is that, right? They're going to be getting the notes off the Zoom, and then hopefully they're uploading it. They're not just reading it, they're uploading it to their AI. That's the key that I learned. You have to upload it to your AI so it becomes you and learns to think and talk like you. So Andy says, an app to find local music moving companies based on Google reviews. Wow. So that, Rob, is an app that they're looking for. Marcy Fox says, oddly enough, I just saw a program like that launched by a managing broker from Highgarden. Interesting. All right. Very cool. Marcy, did you want to talk and elaborate on that, or did you just want to type it out? Where are you at? Where's Marcy at?
I can try to type it out. I'll find it real quick and I'll put it in the chat.
Okay. Or you're allowed to talk. You have a wonderful, pleasant voice. We'd love to hear you explain it.
I don't know enough about it. I just happened to see it on Facebook the other day. I know it's like you'll get your first report for free. It does exactly what you said as far as like it reads through it. It tells you suggestions. I'm not sure if it tells you an estimate, but then I think it's like a subscription service. So I'll find it real quick on Facebook and share it.
So Marcy, you're talking about the pricing program for if somebody turned in a request to remedy and it can price out what the estimates would be in that area. Is that what you're saying?
Yes, sorry, I posted that
Cool.
at the beginning.
No, that's awesome. That's great.
It
Yep. I just
sounds
wanna make
like
sure
they're going to
everybody's
eventually charge for that service. We want to create these apps that are free for you.
Absolutely.
beautiful. Kelly
That's
Jackson said
perfect.
Plod does the same thing, so you have another choice besides Limitless. Is that what you're talking about, Kelly Jackson? You're talking about recording your voice and
Yes.
uploading it? How's that
Yes,
work?
they have bracelets, they have necklace pendants, but whenever you go to a conference and you have plot, you can record so you can sit there and actually pay attention. You don't have to take notes. It'll give you a draft and it comes right to you of everything that you learned so you can kind of organize your thoughts. Because a lot of times you go to these conferences and you try to take all these notes and then you do nothing. Well, it helps you to actually stay organized and actually have all the notes. And so you don't have to write stuff.
So you can be present also and learn the concept versus sitting there trying to scramble, taking notes, and then wondering what the chicken scratch. I don't know. You probably have good
Yes.
handwriting, Kelly. Mine looks like I write with my toes, so
Uh,
mine's no good. I got that military chicken scratch. So,
yeah, does
And
Christina,
I
it give
was
you the Cliff Notes version as well?
and I was also going to say that you can use ChatGPT to upload your inspection report and ask for estimates on not only what's on the report, but what's important on the report. Like what things should I bring up? So you can ask ChatGPT to help you with that and then give estimates. And so it really is just creating a custom GPT with that
Yep.
same $20 ChatGPT instead of buying all these other apps unless you're
Yeah.
really going to use them at a high level.
Right. And put it in a
and
nice
Kelly, the
neat
reason
report that you can give it to your clients, right?
I
Hmm.
was going to say the reason that's important is because you're going to brand it to you. That's the
Yes.
key, right? So you have to learn what Kelly said is if you don't know how to create your own custom GPTs, you got to get in class and learn how to do it. You don't have to know how to write code. I was afraid I was going to have to learn JSON code. I learned HTML 20 years ago. I thought I had learned JSON. I was going to hang myself, but no, it's all done. And what Kelly's telling you is the app, you're going to create it with your custom GPT, but you're going to brand it to you so your clients find value. As agents, we are going to have to find ways to provide value that shows we're worth using and hiring because people are still need people. But having these tools branded to you is the important part. So it's a great point Kelly brought on that. Christina Murphy said, an app to give us info on new companies moving to the area and details of it, like number of new hires, when they would relocate, opening date, etc. So
I like
absolutely
that.
something like that could be built. And would that be, Christina, then a value of something you'd brand it and then give it to your clients to use, maybe?
100%. And I think it would help us just in getting ahead of people relocating, putting that out on our social media. Hey, if you're with this company and you're moving to the area, I'd love to connect, that sort of thing.
I like that.
Because I know that
I love it
information's
too.
out there.
Yes, it is.
But
It
instead
is.
of taking it, so long to put it all together, having something that spits that out.
So I
Perfect.
sat in a class with Phil Stringer, who's a really big real estate agent AI person. If you're not following him, Phil PHIL, last name Stringer, you would definitely want to follow him. He's big in AI in all different businesses, but he's definitely big on real estate. You want to check him out. But the big thing he was talking about is if you're planning to build a team, if you're a broker, associate broker on here, and you're trying to build a brokerage, or if you're a company that builds downlines, you're trying to build a downline, you can build your own custom GPT, like Kelly was talking about, and you can have it go out and look for the specific type of agent you're looking for, and you can get it to scrape the data. And then inside that data, you can build a custom GPT that runs a funnel, and you can have your AI version of yourself actually talk to these agents to see if they're interested in meeting and having a conversation. So by the time they get to you, they're already a warm prospect. They're already pre-qualified because they jumped through the AI hoops. And that's going to be the future of recruiting. For those of you who are interested in doing any recruiting, that's the way it's going to be done it's being done now, but when the other 99.9% of us catch up to the top 0.1%, that's how that's going to be done. So Jing Zhang wanted to know what was the name of the tool of recording 24/7 and the AI app again. The app was called Limitless app. There's also others out there like Plod and things like that. But the tool is called a pendant. I've got it clipped on my little neck right here right now. And it's recording right now and transcribing and then uploading to my AI. Andy and Lily says that AI to find the highest ranked schools in an area. Now, interesting. That we need our disclaimer, Rob and Kim, right up front. We are agents from all different states. And what does that mean? Every different state has different what? Different real estate laws. So, yep, that's something that could work in some states. In other states, it may not. In the state of Ohio, you lose your license if you rank schools. So we'd have to be very careful how we position it. Oh, yeah, you cannot rank schools here in the state of Ohio. You will lose your license in a hurry.
Huh? Because in Georgia, you can pull information and give it to the clients. That's crazy.
They'll allow us to give out 3 websites where they can go find their own info, but don't you dare mention which one you think might be better or even where your kid goes to school. They don't like that here.
Hey, I wonder if you could say, hey, check out this AI app. It might help you.
Check out this AI app. There you go. So I think that's good, Andy. Yeah. Let's see. Oh, Christina's offering to help you out there, Andy. Check it out in the chat. He said, find all the buyer assistance program in the metro Atlanta area. How about that? Wow.
Okay.
That'd be great. What a great app to go out and search grant money and things like that. Incredible. Laura says, by the way, you guys can unmute. You don't have to type your little fingers off with all these. You're welcome to unmute and say. Laura, did you want to explain what you wrote right here, or do you want me to read it?
You know, I put them in there because I knew if I came on and started talking about it, they're going to say, which one was that? So I started just putting them in the chat. Now, this was from that AI summit that I was on, and it's so overwhelming that, of course, I haven't gotten to everything. But these were some of them that I had written down that I thought were good. So in case someone has an interest in any of these types of apps, these were some of the suggestions. I mean, I have so many. I'll put a few more in there just so, and I'll tell you what they're for. So in case you have any interest in that type of an app, you can go research it on your own, but it gives some more options, and maybe we can put that in our resource tabs.
Perfect. I like that.
One of the great things that's happening is the development of AIs. It's coming out. It's also creating competition between the different companies, which will hopefully try to decrease the costs or else keep the costs down. As you have Microsoft, Google, X, Elon Musk competing, everybody, all the different ones out there competing, ChatGPT, right? Microsoft. So hopefully help to keep the costs down. But it looks like what Laura's talking about, this class I was in, that you take one picture of yourself and you stick it in there and it'll create 8-second videos of you. It created a video of him on the top of a skyscraper, the video of him skydiving while he's talking. And it was him, the guy, and the AI created it right in front of us. And he was selling a penthouse apartment in New York. Really incredible. And then he clipped them all together, these 8-second clips, 7 of them together. So he had a 60-second video of him in all these different spots, and he did it in minutes. And it was incredible. He goes, because raise your hand if you don't like being on camera, because you don't like the way you look. And of course, everybody, raise their hand. No, thank you. Well, you only have to get one good photo of yourself. Can you get one good photo that you're happy with? And if so, you can put it in the AI and it can create everything from there. And I thought that was incredible, because some days you just don't feel camera ready, right? I know that. I don't feel like I want to be on camera today. Doesn't matter. You can still get your content out and your message out. You just got to get one good photo that you're happy with and use it over and over again. I thought it was great.
I got a good example on that. My staff was looking for a good photo of me in a teaching capacity from the stage. And I was having to go back a ways and try to find something. Well, they had AI take my face and create that image, and it looked great. They actually put it on my Facebook and my Instagram and everything. It looks awesome.
It did look awesome. I commented on it. I was like,
yeah,
wow.
It's not me. Wow. It's an AI generated photo.
Let's see. Marcy Fox said the tool created an agent at Highgarden is inspectionresponse.com. There you go. It says the first 2 reports are free, and then pricing varies from $19 a month to $49 a month, depending on how many reports you need each month. It's great stuff. And so that's for everybody who's on here is like, look, I don't want to go create my own custom GPT. Just know there's the tool out there for it.
Yeah.
They give you a little freeness usually to get you in, and then they start charging you. That's how Google Gemini is doing with their videos, right? First 2 videos are free. Of course, you're hooked on it, and then they sell you their subscription service.
Well, that's the way Lovable is. They charge money or points for you to build apps, and it costs money and stuff. My staff is getting it, and we're using it right now. So if you want something built, you don't have to go pay for Lovable. Tell us, we'll build it for you and give you the link.
That's great. Love it. Great value add. Look at that. Free stuff, saving you $100 today on the call on the pendant. And there you go. Now you're getting free GPTs built for you. Let's see. Laura said, sorry, it was rentarunway.com to rent a dress. Rent a runway. All right. There we go. Very cool stuff. Great. So let's ask about this. So we've been talking a bunch about AI. What about if you're an agent and you're getting involved in real estate? What are some tools to save you time that aren't AI generated? Let's talk about mass communicating with your sphere. Let's talk about that. And the reason I'm going to that is because that's what Perplexity told me to bring up, which was AI said, here's the top 5 essentials that real estate agents need. It named the number 1, according to AI, the number 1 thing that agents need is a customer relationship management system that manages leads and client communication. So rather than everybody unmute and say it, why don't everybody take a second and go in the chat and put in the chat, because everybody will be able to download this chat, put in the chat what your CRM is that you use. And if you want, you get bonus points if you put why you love it, if you want to do that. So everybody uses a CRM, I'm sure, but let's put them in there in case people need ideas and everything. Just so you know, the top 5, the top 1 that AI said was Follow Up Boss, or one I'd never heard of, Lion Desk. Not lying like you're lying, lion like the animal.
An
Lion
old
Desk.
one. It's an old, very old. Oh yeah.
Is
It's
that
been
old
around.
school?
Old and
All right.
archaic.
Okay, so there you go, old and archaic. So
Yeah.
see, that's why people need human beings. They can't just rely on AI because they'll send them down the wrong path. So that was something it asked. The second thing it said that real estate agents need for time, besides AI, was a transaction management platform. So everybody's putting in, there's a ton of stuff going here. Boldtrail, Follow Up Boss. People love Follow Up Boss, it looks like. Cloze.
Well, we
Moving
did
from
until
Follow Up Boss to Lofty. Okay.
So we did love Follow Up Boss until recently, when Zillow announced that they would be able to, if our clients logged in to Zillow that are in our Follow Up Boss account, that they now have the right to use that data that's in the CRM. So it has prompted an emergency shift to Lofty.
Did everybody hear that? So Kelly's talking about, I heard it from Tom Ferry. Kelly, restate that again. Like, what's the Armageddon? Like, what's the flashing red light going off on that?
So the problem for me was that if my clients log into Zillow, which they all do, which is fine, then Zillow says, well, they're our client too, but we're going to use the data that we have in Follow Up Boss to offer better services to that particular client. And one of the things that Follow Up Boss does is it records conversations. So now I felt like my conversation can be used, this private conversation that I had with my client can now be used against me, or the client never authorized for me to share that conversation. So I also don't want to get in any lawsuits down the line.
Yeah, it's
So-
very interesting that I think what they say, Zillow, it was several years ago where Zillow became Googled more often than the word realtor for .com. Zillow was, so they did a great job. Silicon Valley has done an amazing job. Let's give them props where they are, even though we're not happy about it a lot of the times. They've done an amazing job in infiltrating our business. Grooming's not the word, harvesting our leads
Yes,
and selling them back to us.
to us.
For
Well,
a
someone
cut
said
of the
it's the
action.
same as if you use .loop and showing time. Well, I don't use .loop, but showing time is not exactly, because they don't have private conversations between you and your client being exchanged in showing time or .loop, whereas these are private conversations that you've had with your client, data that you have, their birthdays, their information. And secondarily, if you have a lender that's maybe your lender is helping with your marketing, and now Zillow can offer Zillow home loans to your clients that are in your database. So you can see why that would be a problem as well for that lender who's
Yeah.
sharing in your expenses. So it's not the same. It's very different. And I
Yeah.
really hate to go. I love Follow Up Boss, the functionality of it, but I'm moving to Lofty because I'm going to protect my clients and my business.
Love
Uh,
it. Love it.
it
So it looks like Andy,
it
Andy, did you do a spreadsheet here with all the CRMs listed on a Google Doc spreadsheet? Is that what you did? Did you post that, Andy? You want to unmute and tell us what that document is that you put in there in the chat?
Yeah, that's a list of everything that I found, and I ran it through Gemini to give me a rating for each one, give me a cost for each one. Does it have a free trial or not?
And that's all on that sheet. So look at that. Andy just gave everybody here, did all the homework for him and put it in a Google Docs spreadsheet on there that you can click on. And then Andy, is it unlocked, or do they have to ask for access? How does
Well,
that work?
let me put another one in there that's unlocked.
Okay. Because
I've
you don't
got
want
several different.
Oh,
you don't want a bunch
wow.
of people, hundreds of people requesting access from you.
Yeah, I
We're trying to
created
create
several different sheets because I was looking for something for CRE.
creating less work for you, Andy, not more work on there.
That's
So
right.
so thank you, Andy. That's some good stuff. Marcy Fox says Lofty is way different, and I'm not a fan. I signed up to utilize the free CRM, but I wish I would have explored Cloze instead as a replacement rather than trying to do Lofty and generate new leads. So the thing is, everybody finds one that works for them. What's the best CRM in the world? Everybody say it in unison.
The one you
you're
use.
Because
I just
most
want
agents, go ahead, Jonathan Plummer, you unmuted. Go for it.
yeah, I want to say something about the follow-up boss. It wasn't just about the conversations and stuff. It's also about the information. So if I enter your name and email in Loop, or a real estate agent using Showing Time or something like that, they can extract that information as well. It's not just about the conversations. Conversations is included, but it's all information, all data, phone number, anything
Yeah.
you use with Loop, Follow-up Boss, or Showing Time. They can take that information. And just so you know, I left Lofty and went to Cloze. So if anybody wants to help with Cloze, I can help you with that.
There
What?
you go.
Why'd you leave
Yeah, I'd
Lofty?
love to.
Well, so I left Lofty. One, it's a great CRM, but I like the way that Cloze, like for follow up, and the way it reminded me, and the AI that they have inside of there, and just the way it's structured. I really liked it, and it has a way better. Their mobile app, their desktop app, their iPad app is all the same. It looks the same. There's not different. Everything is the same. All the buttons. It's just a shrunken down version. The only thing that I felt like that I was going to keep Lofty for is a website. My website is not going to get traffic over homes.com, Zillow, Google. Like, I'm competing with them. I don't need that. I just like it a lot. I don't need to, it automatically reminds me, like, hey, time to reach out to Rob today. Automatically, the AI, like, he hasn't talked to Rob in, you know, a week and a half, and it'll just get a notification automatically. Then you just click a button and it automatically writes your email for you, send it, um, stuff like that. And I don't know. I kind of
Love
like
it.
it.
Christina
cool.
Murphy
If it
team,
doesn't
the
work
K
out,
Real
then I'll
Estate
just
team
switch.
says we are old school and we use Google spreadsheets along with other tools to keep in touch with our database, and it works for us. Love it. So here's the great news. There's
Whatever
no
works.
one right system. It's the one you use and
Uh-huh.
that works for you. And so that's great. So AI said that's the number one thing that agents need to have, the number one tool they need to have outside of AI, of course. The second thing that agents need is a transaction management platform. And so let's go ahead and put in the chat different programs that people use for transaction management. What is it? What tool are you using for that? Physical or online or whatever you have on that. And I'm gonna run to make sure my dog stops killing the delivery guy. I'll be right back. Go ahead and put those in the chat.
Yeah, many companies have you use theirs. Whatever company you're with, they're having you use theirs. Our company uses Skyslope, and so everybody uses the that platform who's in our company. But different companies have their own transaction coordinating. In Tennessee, they were provided one transaction desk, I believe, was provided to Tennessee agents back in the day for free. But yeah, just having some place to go with your documents, that's critical right now.
Is anybody using Sisu yet? Did you guys mention that while I was gone?
No, not yet. Talk about that.
So I'm learning it as we go, of course. Old dog trying to learn a bunch of new tricks here as we're going in Q4, going into 2026. But Sisu is a transaction management. What is the biggest complaint that your clients have, or clients in general have, about real estate agents? Not enough
They don't
communication, right? We
communicate.
can all say it in unison. So what happens? We do all this work with them. We're out looking at houses, right? Or we're there listing their home, doing all the things. We get them into contract. And then what happens? There's a gap in communication. But does that mean nothing's happening? Every agent in here is shaking their head no. There's a ton going on, but the clients don't know everything we're doing. So this, to me, is what I thought the biggest value in Sisu is. You create a video. Let's say the appraisal comes back, right? On every transaction, the appraisal comes back. You create a video that says, hey, I just wanted to let you know the appraisal's back. Things look good. If you don't hear from me on it, that means we're all set with appraisal. By the way, reach out to me if you want to get a copy or if you hadn't gotten one from the lender. You create that video, that generic video. And every time from then on out that the transaction gets to a point in the transaction where the appraisal comes back, that video automatically goes out to them. It's as if you created it and you're speaking to them, seeing your face, your voice, hearing your voice, you're talking to them, letting them know that the appraisal's back. The inspection came back. Every little process that is anything that is ever repeatable in the real estate process, when we're handling stuff behind the scenes, but we're not actually reaching out to them to text them or let them know, even though we probably should. This system does it. It does it automatically. It also sends messages to the other agent. How many times on the other end the agent's mad because you don't communicate enough, even though you're working the entire time? This puts you constantly in front of all the different moving pieces and parts, and you create the video one time and it goes out to them. I thought that piece was incredible for customer satisfaction ratings on both the other agent you're co-oping with as well as your clients. And we all know happy clients produce more referrals, and that's something we're working to implement. You can have your transaction coordinator run it, or if you're the transaction coordinator. But Sisu, if you run a team, well, some brokers pay for it for the people. Other people, if your broker doesn't pay for it, it's a paid service on it. They have different levels. If you have a team, it's a little bit more expensive because you got more transactions and people in it. Our broker pays for us for the standard. If you're just an individual agent using it, it's all covered. It's free. If you have a team, then you pay a little bit more on it. So that's good. I see a bunch of Skyslopes in here that people are using. That's great, right? Online on there. Jordan Ray says he uses email labels and my TC. So Jordan, tell us a little bit about TC for people that don't have one, why it's good and why they would want one, if you're able to unmute.
Yeah, I can unmute. TC's just been great. Make sure the things are on track. And one thing,
what's TC? What's TC short for, Jordan? For people who don't know what that means.
Transaction coordinator.
Okay.
Yeah, and she'll typically send me Google email invites as well for contract deadlines, and then she'll also send me. She sets up some automations on her own where it emails me, reminding me about the contract deadline. So it's pretty cool. It's been very beneficial to me. I've been using her for about 1.5 years now. So.
And for people that are on here saying Skyslope, who wants to unmute? Christina, you want to unmute and tell us what Skyslope is?
Sure. So Skyslope is the platform that we use in EXP to upload everything for compliance. We've never really used anything other than whatever was provided. My business partner and I were at KW for 11 years, and they had a built-in system command. So Skyslope, once we got familiar with it, it's been pretty easy. We are subbing out or leveraging out our TC now. We've used a few different people. It's just hard because we are very meticulous about that communication. So we're very particular about who we have do that. And the last company we worked with used a platform. Oh gosh, it was something that we did not like because it wasn't really, it just sent a bunch of like someone opened the document, someone did this, someone did that. So just be aware if you're using a TC, make sure they know whatever platform you're using, if it's Skyslope or not, make sure they know what the process is. Because we found that we had been under contract, it was a long one, it was like 60 days, and 30 days in, they hadn't even uploaded anything into Skyslope, whereas we do it right away.
Right.
So hopefully that
Great.
helps.
And Christina, dot loop feeds Skyslope right away, right? Right out of it. When you get it electronically signed, it automatically uploads into
I don't
into
use
Skyslope?
dot loop. We were using DocuSign. We love it, but honestly, I mean, I think it was $69 for the year to do DigiSign, which is within Skyslope, and it's all connected. So we just do that.
Okay, perfect. Beautiful. So that's great. What we're talking about is automating your business so that you can do more transactions, because as the inevitable day comes, as we're not allowed to use the C word anymore, as compensation comes around, right, for the work we're doing, as it comes down and probably takes on more of a European type model, you're going to need to do more transactions. But here's the great news: with the tools that we're talking about today and with AI, you're going to have more free time. You'll be able to do more transactions in less time. And you shouldn't see a decrease in your income if you adopt these. For example, the AI class I was in said AI is not going to replace real estate agents. It's just going to replace real estate agents that don't use AI. That's how that's going to be. And so it's a necessary evil to learn. And I love you, AI. When the machines take over, kill me last, please. Just I always tell my AI that. I love my AI. Let's see. So Marcy Fox, she says, I use email templates with merge fields and an action plan task list. Happy to explain more. Marcy, unmute. Let's hear it.
Okay, so you were talking about Sisu, and it does have a lot of really great features. I did a call with them one day, and it definitely has like a app that's more customer facing and stuff. But for me, I'm so invested in my CRM, which is, yes, Follow Up Boss, and why I haven't switched yet. But I couldn't justify the extra cost of Sisu to get all of those things. So what I have instead is I do use Follow Up Boss. It's actually the reason I started using Follow Up Boss, because I found I was repeating the same thing over and over again to clients, right? Every time someone goes through the sale, we're going to tell them the next steps and then get your inspection and your appraisal and all those things. And so I took all the information that was repeating in every transaction and I built email templates. And in Follow Up Boss, you can do that and you can create those with merge fields. So what happens is when we have a new deal, we have all these custom fields that we fill in all the details, the property address, the agents, the deadlines, purchase price, all those things. And so when we go under contract, we have email templates that will auto-populate. We have to send those out manually, but you just go to the contact, you find the email template, and it automatically merges all that information into my email template so that we're not retyping emails every time. We've also created transaction checklists. So on the side of my Follow Up Boss person's profile, I have a list of every single thing that we do with every buyer, every single thing that we do with every seller. I mean, it's down to the detail of there's 120 steps spelled out between me and my transaction coordinator because we've gotten that detailed into everything that we touch. So it's more about just automating your process. And I know if you don't use a CRM, I believe that Outlook and Gmail now also allow email templates, but I don't know that you can merge data information in them. You would have to go manually edit them.
You're muted, Jim.
I love what Marcy's saying is in all these different things we're talking about, there's paid versions, obviously, and there's unpaid versions of all of it. So some people have the ability to go out, like Marcy is good at doing that. I would not know how to create merge fields and I would be toast. I have to pay somebody to do that for me. And I loved it. I love it. So that's why we all get on here, so we can learn from each other and things on that. Kim Campbell says she knows of a good transaction coordinator in Georgia. If you need one, let her know on that. Let's see. James says Skyslope does not have customer communication function, correct? So I need to use another system to communicate with the client along the way during the transaction. Anybody want to answer that? Because I believe that is correct. Skyslope is for in between the broker, the agent, and the transaction coordinator. It's from my understanding, not with the client. Is that correct? I'm getting a yes from Donnie Morrow.
Yes, that's correct.
Yeah,
That's correct. How's Tennessee, Donnie? Doing well down there?
Yeah, depending on what part. I think Memphis was down about 15% month over month. Knoxville was down 2%. Of course, a couple agents will probably close stuff out late, so it'll probably come up. Knoxville will probably be flat. Memphis will be down 14%.
Good deal.
But
Well,
if you're
what
still
kind- what
working,
kind
you're
of-
doing fine. I mean, Jordan Ray is here, right? He's doing great. So if you do the work, you'll be good.
yeah.
Yeah,
What type
you know,
what type of artificial intelligence tools are you using with your team, Donnie?
The only artificial intelligence tool that I use is when I go to ChatGPT to get a video idea.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've tried a few different artificial intelligence tools like Fixer or whatever. Of course, EXP gave it to me for free, which is great. Honestly, it created more work than it saved me, so I cut that crap
Yep.
off for about a week. Not to be negative, I just haven't found anything that worked great for me yet. So I think it's
Fixer's on here listening to you right now. It's taking
Yeah.
notes right now, so you better be in
yeah,
trouble.
I mean,
Fixer's
don't
gonna
kill me,
come find
Fixer.
you,
I
Donnie.
promise you'll get better and we'll still be friends. No, I think AI is way overrated right now. I think it's going to be an amazing tool, but I think it's much earlier than most people pretend like it is, and it still has many, many limitations that people aren't admitting to because they just want it to be cool and they want to do what hip, and that's great. And there's nothing wrong with that. But I think it's still got a ways to go. I do think it'll get there. I think it's going to be an awesome tool at some point for certain things. I think too many people get distracted with shiny objects, though. Just keep doing the freaking work, right? And when the right AI tool comes along and you can plug it into your business to make life easier, awesome. Until it does, just keep selling houses.
I liken it to the days of when social media came out,
Mm.
right? Social media, we knew it was going to take over everything, but it still had to do the work in the beginning. So I love what Donnie says on that. So Christina says something really nice. She says to new agents, she has resources to begin with to keep costs down. So reach out to Christina, send her a message on here, trade some contact info and things like that. Jonathan Plummer said Mosaic.io. Jonathan Plummer, what is Mosaic.io? If you can unmute.
Yeah, it's a platform. So basically, they focus on client retention. So most people, when a transaction closes, they're gone. They're out of here. It keeps up with. It also does.
Did we lose Jonathan? Oh, there he is.
No,
Okay.
I'm still here.
There you go.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
It keeps the client in your pipeline automatically. So it'll remind them like, hey, your taxes are coming up, or hey, time to change your air filter, or hey, here's what your house is. You can set them up on different, if they don't want to do that, but here's, the value of your home. It automatically does all this stuff by itself. And then it has a client portal where they can log into it and see like your top vendors for like landscaping or HVAC or plumbing. They got their own dedicated portal. Just all sorts of cool stuff. You can just click the link and check it out. But it focuses on client retention more than anything else. And you can
Which
do
is a
offer
big
man-
deal, right?
Yeah,
82% of all clients said they would have used the same agent again, but they never heard from them. So they just run into another agent on there, right? 82% would use the same one they used the first time. So that's a big number to retain the clients. So AI said we need
But
to have a CRM. Everybody come up with CRM. Go ahead, Jonathan. Sorry.
I was going to say they only allow so many people in an MLS to have it. So not everybody can get it. So it's like once they get to like the top 2% of that MLS, you can't get it anymore. And that's so they say to, focus like as a value add for an agent. Like, hey, I got this tool for you. And this guy doesn't.
Scarcity is a great sales tool, right? FOMO, fear of missing out. So AI said agents need to have, besides AI, they need to have a CRM. We came up with a bunch of those. It says you need to have a transaction management tool to get your time back. We talked about all the different types of that are out there. Third, it says you need a marketing and design tool to create your social media for brochures, flyers, and things like that. So what is everybody using on that? If you want to type it in the chat, what's everybody using to create their social media posts and things like that? Kelly Jackson, right out of the gate, Canva. I think Canva's probably going to get a lot. Christina Murphy, Canva. It's probably just going to be all Canvas coming up here. Is anybody using anything other than Canva? How about that? We'll throw those in the chat. If you don't know what Canva is, who wants to unmute Etsy templates? Who wants to unmute and say what Canva is for people who don't know what it is?
Canva is a great place to make graphics.
Great place to make graphics. And is it paid? Is it free? What are we talking, Jordan?
It's free with EXP. So if you're a rock star and you're an EXP agent, you can get it for free.
Got it. And then if you're not with EXP, it's small.
It's $14.99 a month.
All right. So it's not too expensive. Well worth it, Kelly Jackson?
Yeah, I'm no Canva expert, but I go in and do a little something for your like Facebook stories, Instagram stories. You can add some, accentuate your videos. I know Keith does that. He uses it for YouTube thumbnails. And they have templates in there, and they have AI now, so you can actually get it to do some things when you're not an expert.
Does anybody pay people to post social media for them and things like that? Is anybody using a paid service? You're trying to get your time back. Donnie, who are you using, man?
So I use a young lady out of New York, actually. I've been through a lot of these people. And guess what? Most of them don't do their job either. Look, y'all got me being cynical today. Just speaking from experience.
Right.
Most social media people are very expensive and generally don't deliver results. What I would tell you, if you're going to hire somebody, interview them very well and ask them what to expect production wise, because they're all going to sell you on how great they are and how great their content is. None of that means anything if it doesn't produce a result. So if you want $2,000 a month or whatever, cool. How many followers are you going to gain me in the first 90 days? How many transactions, contacts am I going to get due to your marketing in the first 90 days? Ask those kind of questions, because 99% of the time they're not going to have any answers for you, and they're going to charge you a lot of money for no results. So I'm very lucky right now. I pay a girl in New York $900 a month, and she can't really produce those results either, but she does keep my content consistent, and it is helpful to keep building the brand, even though it's not measurable enough. It is a small enough amount that I'm willing to have that out there and pay her that, even if I can't measure the results.
Very good. I'm using realgrader.ai.
Jordan.
Oh,
Okay.
Yeah, no worries. I was just saying, I have my virtual assistant. She's doing it. It's basically her busy work. So when she doesn't have anything else she's doing, she's marketing on Facebook, putting my listings in, in Facebook groups, stuff like that. So pretty much her busy work.
I love it. Yep. VAs can work for you for a few dollars an hour, right? And it's a good pay for them, depending on the country they're in, things like that. And a lot of them will work in the middle of the night where they're at, which is daytime here, when they're doing it. I'm using a service called realgrader.ai, REAL, Grader, GRADER.ai. It's $97 a month. They're posting to 15 different social media sites for us, 6 postings a week, created in Canva, pulling our listings and things right out of MLS and building those on the back end for us and putting them out. And then they have an entire social media schedule that they put out. You're in complete control. If you want to be a control freak, we put it on autopilot and letting it run. Of course, they have other ancillary services they're trying to sell and things like that you can use, but you're welcome to check that out on that. But it looks like everybody uses ChatGPT, Canva, Etsy templates, and that was kind of the main answer for designing things. I put the Realgrader AI in there. Mercy Fox says, have you gotten leads from Realgrader? No, I just launched it last week, so I'll let you know, but it's a month-to-month thing. I like what Donnie says. If you don't inspect what you expect and have expectations of what you're looking for, right, the cost overruns can come. So I'll get back with you in about a month on that, let you know if it's good. But I figure for 97 bucks, I'll roll the dice and let's see what happens for a month. All right, so CRM, transaction coordinator, marketing design tool. We're getting ready to wrap up here. Fourth, it said you should be creating a home search app that's branded to you. This is going back to what Kelly was talking about, Christina was talking about, some type of AI home search app that's branded to you to try to get your clientele to use that, to get them off the Z word and Realtor.com and all the other sites that they're on, and have them use yours. And you can use the IDX that's built into your website to fuel that system, and you brand it for yourself. So that's you. That was the fourth thing they said. And then the fifth thing they said was a communication tool like Zoom or Google Meet for virtual meetings and consultations. I think that's a thing. Is there anything we've missed? Tracy Boswell's is $97 a month, no contract.
Jim,
Plug that in
you're
there.
doing video, that's your thing. I found that Descript AI is invaluable. It
Will you
reduces
put in
my
the chat,
tape.
Keith, while you talk?
Yeah, I put it in there, Descript AI. So if you mess up in your video, you don't have to reshoot it. You can just go in and edit it like a document, record your voice, and it'll change the language in the video to your voice saying what you wanted to say.
Nice.
So
Is that paid service
Cool.
also? Free for the
it's
first
a
year,
paid
then
service.
pay?
It's like
Nice.
started out like at $20. I think they just went up to 30,
It's
but
it's $35 a month.
yeah, $35 a month. It's invaluable. And I used to have Opus clips in that, but Opus Description will now take a long form and break it up into short form too. So I think I'll just drop Opus clips and just roll with Descript.
Keith, now you tell me about that. I could have used that after the Buckeyes game the other day after some videos I made, and I needed to probably clean those up a little bit, but a little too late. Those went out.
Yeah,
So whoops. Rough day on that. But anybody else who wants to add? We got 3 minutes to go here. What have we missed? What was out there that you liked? What do you want to hear?
I do want to add something.
Go,
I want to
Christina,
add
go.
something. This isn't
Yeah.
AI, but this is a tool. I know for me, the frustration, and you guys probably get it too, I get a million spam texts a day, right? And now they're getting crafty where they're like, hey, when can you chat or something like that. So I have for years used an app, and it's called Reach, REACH. Now, a lot of these CRM programs, like I think a lot of them use like Twilio. And so you can automatically, it'll send out a text for you, but it does not come from your number. It's a different number. So Reach is amazing because you can put your message in one time. The hardest part about it is putting your groups together. But once you do that, you're all set. You put it in there one at a time, and then you just click send, and it goes straight from your number. So you could send it to 200 people, and they all think you're only sending it to them, and it's coming from your number. So I think that platform has been a game changer for me in saving time.
Christina, what's the cost on that Reach or ballpark?
It's either $5.99 a month or $6.99 a month.
So it's not per
$6.99.
message. It's not per
$70
message.
a year.
Are you saying $5.99, $599?
No, $5.99, or it might have gone up to $6.99. It's like less than a cup of coffee.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And $70 the whole year. That I use it all the time for reaching out. It's the best.
Yeah.
And so that's a mass
Amazing.
texting program that uses your
Mhm.
phone number to send.
Yes.
That's great.
They have a
That's
new one. You
awesome.
can actually buy their number, which I'm like, no, let's stick with our number for
Yeah,
right now.
let's use
That's
your
the
number
reason
so
I
you can
use it, is
respond.
because I want it
I
to come
know.
from me.
Right.
Yes. Yes.
That was worth
That's-
the price of admission right there. I think that's the mic drop moment of our Monday mastermind, Christina Murphy. I want to thank
Oh,
everybody
wait,
for
I
jumping
got
on.
one more thing.
Oh,
One
go for
more
it. Go.
thing.
Yes.
Uh,
Wait,
I
there's
think
more.
it's called
One more.
Colov.
Say it again,
Colov
Kelly.
will take out things out of your pictures. So if your client has, I don't know, some ugly furniture, you can take it out. You can also stage vacant rooms. and it's in a click of a button. It's super easy, like it's for dummies.
I love it. Will you type that in the chat for us, Kelly? So here's the thing, everybody on here
Oh, that's
today.
a spelling exam here.
If you go to the 3 dots above the chat, you see it says more. Hover your mouse over it. You click on the 3 dots and you can save the chat as a text document to your computer. Okay, that way you don't have to memorize everything or be scrambling to take notes. Everybody had on there. Save the chat, and that'll show up on your computer. So you have that. So you have all this different stuff that we put in the chat on here, and of course this will be recorded too, so you can come back. And then we had one last question. I just want to make sure anybody has an answer for Marcy on this, because I typed. Marcy said she needs something better to use to take a bunch of video clips and condense them into a usable story or reel for me. She just, I tried the new Canva video beta, but it cut out all the most important parts of the videos. I don't do much video, but it takes so much time to edit. I told her to try CapCut. Anybody else have anything else? CapCut, C-A-P-C-U-T. CapCut makes pretty cool reels off of a bunch of pictures and videos that you have. It does a decent job of picking out the good parts. Anybody have another recommendation? Then we'll wrap this up. Anybody use CapCut besides us? All right, well, Marcy, try CapCut. Okay, you do. Okay, good.
Thank you.
All right, so we're going to stop the recording there. And